What is up, everybody? Back at it again with a new jungle video, and this one's gonna be Rek'sai jungle. She recently got reworked, and I gotta say, they absolutely butchered her. She's unplayable right now. It's so sad too, because it's not even because she's a bad champion. She's unplayable because she's super bugged. On her Q, it is completely ruined. You're gonna end up canceling your auto attacks every 2 seconds. But good news is they do have fixes next patch. So I'm going to make this video. I'm going to show you guys how we're going to play Rek'sai. And you guys just have to endure it until next patch. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what I actually think she's really broken. I promise you guys, since like my last video, she's really OP. And she's really OP. But she just needs to get bug fixed. So next patch, I'm telling you guys, if you practice or you just wait for it, she's going to give you so much LP. So pretty much what happened is her Q is now an auto attack instead of a spell cast. The sack is just tanking everything. He's still tanking. Okay. So your Q is like an auto attack, but pretty much it gets cancelled. Now your burrowed Q is magic damage, straightforward, very easy. But you see how like my Q, the big problem is if you move, it gets cancelled. It doesn't even match like the animation anymore. It's very weird. It's bugged. So pretty much if you don't want to cancel your Q, you have to stand still and auto attack, which is really dumb. But next patch, they're going to fix it. It's really important. They have a bunch of fixes next week. I don't know why they're not hotfix changing it. You guys have to tweet at, not tweet, but you guys have to like, we got to get the riot train going. But yeah, let's ignore that for now. Her regen is really good. Her clear speed is actually quite good. This is a free kill right now, as you can see. And you can see that tunnel speed is actually very good. And your E damage is actually very nice, as you can see. But yeah, a lot of changes overall. And you see that tunnel speed is just really OP. Here we can retake the tunnel. I mean, I just did as much work as possible on a day's work. Hopefully they can take out this big boy. Dude, he's got full stacks on everyone. But yeah, the build's pretty straightforward. It's have team. What? He's living here? Okay, thank God. You can see that tunnel speed is like insane, right? She's so good with that. That E is so nice. You're faster. It's just so much better. Like, let me showcase it again. Boom, instantly on. Another change is like her AoE knock-up is really good. There's a lot of situations where I knock up one. There you see canceled in auto attack. So you cannot move and auto attack at the same time. It's really buggy. Really gotta watch out for that one. But it will be fixed, so just stand still. Try not to move when you're casting Q is my advice. No more. You can't even kite anymore. You just have to stand still like a degen, I guess. Like, I don't even know. So here for maxing order, I think you can go 3 points into Q into E max is really good, or you can just Q max right away. I don't think E max is that great, but yeah, those are like your orders of what you can do. And for jungling, I mean, you just pretty much farm, go for early plays. Like that level 3 gank is really good still. Her ganks are super broken. People say like she doesn't have damage. Your E doesn't do like it doesn't do the same damage like it used to, but I don't think it doesn't do any damage. I think it's still quite nice. It's very strong. And in exchange of that damage, what you're getting is a bunch of utility, which I personally think utility is just superior. See, I canceled an auto there by accident. Like I said, it happens quite often, which is sad. I swear, when they fix the bugs on her, she's going to be really good. I promise you. She is right now really good. But you just end up canceling every auto attack, and then it's just really bad to play her. But you see that power of that speed on your tunnel. And here, this game, we're going to probably do 3 points into Q, into E max. Getting on her, we just stand still because my champion is bugged. We don't want to kite too much, even though kiting is good for us, but we can kite because if we kite, we cancel our Q animation. Riot is a billion-dollar company that doesn't know how to fix playtest things beforehand. Guys, get out of there. Stop. And your team always wants to kill you. For build order, guys, what's really good for builds? What's really good? So pretty much Stridebreaker is like a must-have. I recommend you guys go into Stridebreaker. I don't think you really... I think Titanic is really bad, actually. I don't think you need Titanic on her. You just need that Stridebreaker, which is really good to have. You don't have to go lift out or anything crazy. You just have to get tanky. And next patch, they're also fixing... Oh yeah, I forgot. There's more bugs too. Your Q doesn't apply any stacks of Cleaver or Spear of Sojin. They're going to fix it next week, and Spear of Sojin will be really good. So that's like a big thing. Here, we're always going to set up a tunnel gank. This wall, extremely good at ganking. But we want this guy to be under tower. So here we see him under tower. We go in. We go in. There we go. Very easily, like, tunnel ganks, guys. Top lane is actually the easiest lane to gank as Rek'sai. It's super broken. It's super free. And it feels really good because you have this wall you can still use. And it's just very strong. And here we do a play like that. We go for Stridebreaker. Next patch, I think Spear of Sojin, when it will work on every Q auto attack. Hopefully. That will be really good to have. Sundered Sky is also bugged on her too. It doesn't work again. But you go Stridebreaker, Cleaver, and that's like your build with Steric's third. That I find to be very effective. And yeah, remember, see, like, the auto attack canceling is really bad. It doesn't give you Fury. You always want to cast your E when it's red, right? When it's red, you see how it'll deal the % health damage, which is really important to do. So if it's red, it's going to do % health damage, and this scales up to 14%, which is actually a lot. So later in the game against like tanks, you're doing relatively a lot of damage. But yeah, sure, your damage, your burst is not the same that it used to be. This is 100% true. I will not deny this fact. He warded over, judging by the movements by him. Yeah, if this guy gets Dragon, what does that tell us? Okay, Sejuani's bot side, we should probably start Void Grubs, which is what we're doing. Personally, I think we should fight, but we need Zac. No Ghost is actually really good. I think we should go here. You know, your R still does damage. People are like over crying about like your R doesn't do... Your R is not as broken AD ratio wise, but it's still an execute, right? So if they're low, your R will still deal a really good amount of damage. There I'm just fighting because I want to fight. I'm strong. Like this is like extremely good for me. And for scaling wise, I think her early to mid game is still really good. I think she's extremely strong. Her passive regen got buffed too. So what you're going to notice is actually when you're stacking HP, that's like a big thing. If you're stacking HP, you're going to notice you're getting so much healing. Already it heals me 237. Later in the game, I was healing almost 900. So it's really good. Like everything about her is good, but she's just really bugged. So you see that Q. Try not to move when you're queuing right now. So if I'm like moving, you see that's canceled auto. And that's really bad, right? So that's not good. So if I move too fast between autos, that was a canceled one before it. It's like 50% chance you're going to cancel your auto attack, which is really stupid. I don't know. I'm so used to like moving the way I move in between auto attacks. So then, see, that's canceled. That's canceled again. It just feels really bad. So next patch is going to fix that. And casting spells, so if you cast Stridebreaker while you're queuing, it actually cancels your Q too. If you cast any spell while you're doing it, it actually cancels everything. Which is, yeah, not a great feature. It's something I would be like, yeah, can we not have that going? But it is, what happens, right? Here I can R on her because, you know, Stridebreaker. Yoink. Sejuani's here. Here we're gonna get flanked by Lux. So that's something we don't want to happen. We could try to go on Lux, but she's actually a lot of damage. I'm pretty low. So how do we get healthy when we're low? Let's just do the crab. Try not to cancel too many autos. And once you do something, you see the red bar underneath. Just burrow and your regen pretty much takes over like that. Here I'm hovering to see if Lux tries to play aggressive on the wave. If she doesn't, then yeah, I'm just going to fight. For knocking people up, you can right click or press W to knock up. The AoE is really nice, but you have to be... Now you pretty much knock up everyone, so you always want to kind of get underneath. I think Sejuani was on the right side, so she might try to gank something here. But I also think killing this guy is easy. Lux is a very vulnerable target. She's a very delicate champion. See, the people really underestimate just how much damage you can do. Here, if this guy takes a tunnel or whatever, we can go on him. I actually want to go on him now. We're gonna have to R to survive and then maybe tunnel out. See the speed on the tunnel, it's very nice, right? You can see that power. Here I'm gonna take all the plants, right? Like he's chasing for no reason. Oh, dude. Fuck, man, you didn't have to R so early. We could actually kill there. That was a bit of a... I didn't have to go back in there, but I did. Because I believe in heroics. I believe you can either be a hero, you can live long enough to become the villain. I don't worry about that. C. It's a very obvious Merctrez game, so we go Merctrez here. I do want to play Dragon. Even though Red's up and Void Grubs are up, I really don't want them to be stacking dragons. Sure, I'm not necessarily playing for Dragon Soul, but I think like I don't want them to stack, right? So we just go. But I'm really big on Stridebreaker. I think it's extremely good on her. And just very good to have. But if I start Dragon while they're just like doing this like girl stuff, then it's probably bad. Then again, I can knock up. Personally, I think cutting her off is the best play here. So when I'm on the chase, I just let my champion take over. Just let the Rek'sai take over. Oh, another cancelled auto. It's honestly stressful playing her. Like, I'm really sad because I love her and I think she's really good. But they just refuse, like they released something really bugged out. That's just so sad to play. But next week, I think she'll be really good. So I'm happy. So I'm excited. So next week, guys, just think about what I'm teaching you in this video. It all applies to, like, literally everything applies. Nothing changes here. Thank God. Like, it all applies, right? Like, this will all carry over. Don't worry. Don't worry. So here I kind of want to farm. You can do Q max or E max, right? Like, for me, I really don't think it matters. I think 3 points Q into Emax will probably be better, but that's what I'm kind of thinking right now. I just think your E doesn't really do much until you have it maxed out. 14% max health. It's actually quite nice to have, especially later in the game. It's going to be a really big thing for us to have. I want to kill this Lulu, but also need to break towers, right? Like, here I'm camping bot, but I need to break the bot tower, more importantly. Breaking the bot tower is essential for us. Here I'm going to try to kite her out. Remember, our regen's really good. We'll try to R to dodge that. AoE knockup. That's a good AoE knockup. Knock her up again. I mean, that's just showing you the power of this champion. If she didn't feel so... Like, if she wasn't so clunky. If her Q autos didn't cancel all the time, it would feel really good to play her. But she's extremely strong. Like, that AoE knockup. You can see the power in it. I think her CC is really good. I think she's a really strong champion. And I do think she's worth playing. So, she's easier to play too. As you can see, your vision around yourself is actually larger than it was before. It's a really good change. But yeah, she was never meant for this patch. She was always meant for the patch after, which is 14.5, that she's going to be really good. Yeah, everything I'm teaching you, it still applies. This is how you play the champion. This is how you want to play her. None of that changes. So here, I think Cleaver is actually really good after the changes. Though it is bugged on you, but it's okay. Sterix is still really good on her. And... people build Eclipse, but I don't really know how I feel about Eclipse yet. I haven't tried it. I find Stridebreaker to be really good. Darius is not that strong right now. But I don't have R, right? So that's a problem. Here I actually think they will fight me if I walk in like this. Very good idea there. Your damage is much less though. I'm gonna flash that so I can get on her. Very nicely done. I like this Kai'Sa. She got some spunk to her. And that tunnel right. See you later. Insane, bro. Like that speed of that tunnel is so nice. There's so much good things about this champion right now. But why did they have to butcher her launch? Like, why did they have to butcher her? But yeah, overall, like Serix, I mean, this is what I find to be a very effective build right now. I haven't tried Eclipse too much. I think it's fine though. You could probably get away with like Eclipse into a Cleaver build. I just think Cleaver is really good right now. Because they got buffed, now it stacks really fast. It only takes 5 autos to stack it, and it also got its damage reduction buffed to 25% from 24. So it's a really good item. I think a lot of champs you could just go Eclipse into Cleaver. I've been doing it on Briar too. It's really nice, but you are just gonna be farming down. Play for dragon, play for dragon. And yeah, I mean, mechanic wise, she kind of got dumbed down a bit, so you don't really have to do all too much. Ideally, you're pressing E when it's red though, because it does a lot more damage. It does the max health damage, right? And tunneling like really fast will give you all that passive regen, so that's really good. Here, when you get Sterix, you become quite tanky. But yeah, getting the E bonus is going to be really important in fights. So you always want to be red. And you kind of want to use your combo and then kind of like burrow again. Is sort of how you want to play her. You could do this build. You could do Eclipse into Cleaver like I was talking about. Up to you. I think those are really good options for her. Here we have E maxed out, so we're extremely strong. I feel good about fighting here. Maybe this guy's too strong, so we take the tunnel and we leave. Well, Zach, I'm gonna have to sacrifice you for the greater good. Also, I want to break this. I don't want it to crash. Regen, guys, regen. If you play this champion, regen is king. The amount of regen you get is insane. Just farming and then going to fight again is very important to this champion. Here, this guy's probably rotating, so we should go on him. Here, I don't want him to keep stacking on me. I want to wait for my knock-up to be back up again, then we knock her up. Sort of kite between autos. It's a bit hard because of the bugs, with all the bugs and everything. But it was not bad. So here we should Baron. We have this. Come on, team. Baron Nashor. Let's go. We have a good time. 4 dead. It's always a good Baron Nashor. Rek'sai, very good at tanking Baron. Extremely good. Your E... Okay, maybe doesn't really do that much to Baron, but yeah. Very easy to tank it. I can always burrow, let myself regen. 2 ticks is usually what you want to do. Burrow, regen 2 ticks, and then kite again. So here, 1, 2. That's 2 ticks, means 2 regen. 1, 2 regen markers. Here, Kai'Sa comes back, so that should help us really well. And now we base. And that was really good for us. Spear Sojin is so good if it actually works. If they fix it. But right now, we're not going to do that build. I'll do that build in another video. And yeah, these are like core items. DD is really good. Sunder Sky doesn't actually work, but DD is really good. For armor, for MR. Really, for MR, you actually don't have good MR options. I don't think Maw is a good MR option. So usually for MR, you probably want to go something like a tank MR item. So tank MR items are Force of Nature or Kinetic Recorn, the shield one. Those are your 2 tank MR items to get. I think I like Force of Nature a bit more right now, but they're both good. So here we have a good fight. So all I want to do is keep tracking and hit a Q on someone so I can R if I can. That's good. E damage. Get on the Lux, we have a tunnel, so we instantly go on her. Ideally, we just dive them, right? All I have to do is go on them. Very simple, very straightforward. Stride Breaker slow. And yeah, no, she's really broken, guys. She is really broken, everyone. Please, next patch, give her a go. She feels a bit off right now, but that's just how life is. And the regen's insane, by the way. Like, look at this, man. Look at this regen. Just absurd amount of regen. Okay, now we're probably not going to end. We should leave. And there's so much in and out plays you can do. You can take your tunnel again. You can press it. Just the speed of which your tunnel casts, you easily can get onto people now. It's a really good engage ability, so that's something to remember. It's very good for engaging. You see how a lot of people surprised. They're like, oh my god, this tunnel, how can she get on me like that? Very good. Ooh, Kai'Sa. Ooh. And very good, very good, very good. And they fix her bugs. She's gonna be really good next patch. But for now, this is how I think you should build. She's super good late game because of how much regen you have. I don't like her going too tanky because I think you should do, like, you just have to be a threat, really. Which she can easily be too. I'm pretty sure I just QR, she dies. Once I miss my Q. And her split push capability is really good, really up there. She's good at splitting. Very good at taking towers, as you can see. So much regen, you can generally ignore a lot of people. So here, if I burrow, I get to regen it all back, right? So I can regen all the HP they're dealing on me. Which is really nice, you know, it's nice to have. Here, really easy to take my tunnels. I'm gonna R to get on him. AoE knock up, love it. You really do love it. We really do love our AoE knock up. I actually think Kai'Sa's trolling. but I trolled because I tried to help her. Thus is the life of the jungler. Eclipse, I'm gonna try Eclipse next patch, or not next patch. I'm gonna give Eclipse Rush a bit of a go and see how that goes. It could be a good option. Eclipse into Cleaver. And overall, that's like really those items. I think Spear of Sojin would be really good to have if they fix it, because it will amplify everything about us. We could go Sunder Sky too if we want to stack HP. I think these are like your general good items. I don't think going tankier is like really the go-to. I think you should get tankier through more damage. Well, they're all dead actually. This game we're gonna go Sunder Sky here. I should be able to clean them up here if they decide to stay. Yeah, not on my watch. Not on my watch. Not on my watch, Lulu. I'm gonna counter jungle while we buy time. We have 2 nibs down. We should just try to push. Because if you get Spear of Sojin, your Q should deal more damage, all my abilities. You're really about spamming a lot of spells is what I know. You're not really one-shotting people, you're more about bursting them down. You're like trimming them down like a little gardener. Like a little gardener. Split push Kai'Sa, is that really the strategy? Is that really the go-to? Is that really how we want to play? And here, if we're closing out the game, your vision radius thing is very important to play. You always want to play around it. Here, I want to track sonar to see the movements of the enemy. So I always go to the positions of the edge. These are minions, the small ones. What I'm trying to look for is champion movement. So this is champion movement. So I'm tracking it. You cast Qs because Q will give you vision once you hit it. And it makes it easy to track. Kiting. Darius almost deleted me there. So like if I'm low, okay, what do? We go attack some random shit, get our health regen going. Burrow, 200. That's 600 HP. I just regen. And yeah, I think she's overall good. I think once they fix their bugs, I think it'll be really good to play her. Next patch, 14.5. If you like the video, be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you love me. Good luck in your games. Good luck on the climb. And I'll see you guys next time. Adios.